Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Ladder Legends replay analysis. Today we're doing one from Flep. Let's see, he said, I wish I knew how to beat this guy. He keeps beating me every time. I try to Hydroling all in, but his Colossi are out before I hit. I asked him for advice on how to beat it. He was nice enough to give me some, but still want to drop it here. Hopefully get some more concrete tips on what I do wrong. Now, what does the guy say? I'll bring this over so we can actually see. I never struggled versus any Protoss as much as ZvP is my best matchup, but against you I always die. My build is good for macro because I get an early third. Some Z deny by efficient link harass or 3-base all in. Ignore that message. With how quick the oracles are, it's really hard to deny a third base. We really either want to be trying to kill the fourth. That's usually what we go for with the Hydra Link timings. Depending upon how many drones we're at when we try to do it. Let's see. I gotta try getting a deny on the third. You can do that potentially, but it's like you need to get the oracle to turn on and off a couple times, and then like hide some lings or something. It's a little bit harder than you think. My shit hits right as your Colossus pops at 554. We both have 58 drones. You should have more already be attacking. Nah, well, so I get what he's saying, but we should definitely have a couple more, but maybe like 62 to 66. We'll see. Very nice guy, though, trying to give you some tips. Appreciate that. All right, let's go over it. So let's see. Overlord scouting here. One thing we got to start doing as well, I think, is I'm not saying never assume that people are not going to do this, but this guy's telling you he's a macro player, so let's go ahead and send our second Overlord out. He's not going to cannon rush you, right? So he's denying your third base, so we should... I think we instantly send the drone out for this one. That's good. We don't let it delay us. We make 4 lings for the adept. But what we should do, I think we should make 2 lings, okay? And you send the adept to the top side. This overlord will let you know when the adept leaves. If it doesn't leave, then you just keep the lings chilling here. You check for a third. If it does leave, you send the lings in right as the adept leaves, and the adept has to come back. You don't need to make lings for the adept until it comes across. So what this could be 2 additional drones early on, which the earlier the drones can be made, the more impactful and more beneficial they are. Also, remember Flep as well. We have a brand new Zerg coach in Ladder Legends, Eon. If you want to add him and maybe ask him some questions on ZvP as well. He's a big Hydra guy. So we're talking Hydra builds. Eon knows them all. We're currently ranked like 22 on NA. Very good player. All right, we got the Oracle coming out. Third base. How early is he getting this third? Just 3:15. Okay, yes, this third you should kill. And the reason why is because he gets the third before he gets the Oracle. This is actually quite an inefficient build. Our speed's about to finish, so against this guy in particular, if you want to just mind game him straight up, you can just build a whole bunch of lings, which it seems like we already did to potentially stop the 2 adepts. But we build like 1 big round of lings, and you could definitely get a cancel on this, because the fastest you can get a third, really, and be safe is like 325. This guy gets it at 310. So... I mean, he's saving all of his chrono boost, too. He's actually just straight up behind on workers from where he could be. Remember, so the idea of what you want as a Zerg player and as a Protoss player is 10 drones per minute the game has gone on, and if you currently look, neither of you are hitting that mark. He's not hitting it because he cut for a third base, and he's also mining, like, his build's just inefficient. You're not hitting it because we built too many lings for the adept, right? We would be at 30 drones if we didn't build these 8 lings. But if you want to play the player and not the game, you could definitely get a cancel on this guy's third in particular because of how late his Oracle is. His Oracle just now popped at 355. 355. Most of the time the Oracle's popping at 330. So it's like you would have had an extra 25-second window from the time speed finished. If we had just made like a big round of lings, we probably could have actually killed it. He has nothing to stop you. Also, actually, let's just take a step back for a second. If you play this guy on ladder again and you just want to beat him, just link flood him. He doesn't build a shield battery, and his Oracle's 40 seconds late. You could just Baneling bust him or just link flood him either way, and just beat him. And granted, you're trying to win with a Hydra like Ling push, right? But I'm just saying, if we're talking about playing the player and not the game, this guy's being uber greedy right now. Another thing you could do is hit Hino up. Ask Hino for his 21 drone Ling Queen drop. That would destroy a guy like this because all he's going to have is 2 adepts and 1 Oracle by the time this is hitting. And you'll have 3 queens with Overlord drops that can just destroy the Oracle. So he also goes immediately for a Robotics Bay. The thing is, this guy's lacking so many units early on. Like, straight up, he just has no units. He has 1 gateway. We should definitely just kill this guy. We either need to kill this guy or we need to go immediately to 80 drones, and there needs to be no in-between. There cannot be any in-between against guys like this. Okay? Our drone count's looking okay here. It was unfortunate we lost some drones there. How many kills does this thing have? Is it 8? Mostly lings, I'm assuming. So getting additional gateways. Getting +1. Our hydrogen's just now going down. 58 drones. We're getting a 4th base as well. Okay. We could do the same kind of attack off like 70, though, with how late the hydrogen is. Because with normal hydro pushes, you want the hydrogen to be going down by like the 420, 430 mark. And you could then you do like a 60 drone push because you'll be having both hydro upgrades +1 and as well as +1, and you'll be hitting with like 15 to 20 hydras within like 10-15 seconds. So he is right in that aspect, but I think that just means that our layer is kind of late, right? It doesn't mean that we're not attacking whenever we can based on when our tech is finishing. We're just attacking a little later than we'd like to. Also, all of these lings are they're just made too early. Like, I think it should be drones, hydras, then lings. Drones, hydras, then lings. The lings, why are the lings the latest? Because they get across the map the fastest, right? So we need to be focusing on the other units first and then the lings. So he's got 1 Colossus. How do we engage this? So we don't want to wait. We really don't want to wait. We want to find where the robo is, which is in the natural. So we do want to be coming up this way. This is good. So Ling Hydra does counter Colossus. Our Lings actually just win it, like... So we can't follow like this. What needs to happen is the Lings need to be trying to break in the natural, and the Hydras need to be buying yourself time, and then when the Colossi come up, you then bring the Lings back to attack the Colossi. The problem is that we're, like, without the second Hydra upgrade, it's just... They're just not that good off creep. They do crazy good damage, right? But it's just, like... We're talking we're a 6-range Colossus against a 5-range Hydra currently. It's just... You're really going to struggle. These guys get stasis. We walk in here. We go way too deep for the Colossi. We're doing too much move commanding as well. Like, the thing is like, every time we're move commanding, we're just losing units for free. So, okay, you get kind of a surround. This would have been good if, like, a couple more Hydras were on this side, because you could have sniped that Colossus, and we probably could have got the other one as well. Look at how much damage we're taking while we're move commanding. This is another example of that. The Lings are they almost get the... Oh, you got it. Very nice. But he has a 4th base and 67 workers. So it's just like how much... If we look at how we're trading, we're not trading that well. Which if we're going to be doing it off such a low drone count, we need to be taking better trades than this. You would almost be better to just do Roach Hydra, because Roaches are better against Colossi, and they're also a mineral dump, right? So it's just like you could take the 6th gas in your main base, and then just be making Roach Hydra instead of Ling Hydra against a player like this who's going Colossi, because Colossi counters both of the units you're making, where it's like you'd at least want one thing that's not a unit counter, right? Also, Roaches allow you access to Ravagers in case someone does force fields, because if this were me, I'm getting a Sentry, I'm energy overcharging it, and you're never getting up this ramp, straight up. Now we're still going for the attack here. He's also even with us on upgrades. He also has Colossi range now. So, another thing you can do is the moment you see Colossi this early, you could just throw down a Spire after the fact, and then we can make some mutas. He has nothing for muta defense. You only need 5 to one-shot probes. And so it's just like, imagine after the end of the first wave, right? You then make 5 mutas, and then the 5 mutas are going across the map, and he's like, frick, I got to deal with these 5 mutas. Right? I gotta build cannons, I gotta warp in stalkers, and the whole time you're droning up, and then you're going back into like Hydra Lurker Ling, right? So it's just like, you need to have steps to the process. We don't need, like, Hydra Ling cannot just be the end-all be-all, unless we're like uber Omega all-in, and if we're uber Omega all-in, we need to be injecting properly. That's part of the reason why we're lacking so many units. If you notice, these queens just have a bunch of excess energy over here. Each queen has at least 1 additional inject on them. It's just like, that tells me across 4 hatcheries, it's 16 additional larvae of units that we don't have, that we could have made it throughout the game and didn't, right? So now we're getting Roach speed. So it's like you have the right idea. It's just late. It's just, if you'd have done this at first, I think you would have beat this guy no problem. So we either gotta change the way we engage or change the strategy. So in this situation, I would recommend changing the strategy and just killing him early. He couldn't, like... Steez does this little Ling flood that this guy would absolutely die to. Another thing we can try is Ling run-bys. Look at this wall. The Protoss player's leaving the wall open. Okay, so we're either committing or we're not. This isn't a situationship, you know? Like this isn't your girlfriend. You can't pick and choose like we got to go or we're not, right? So it's just like the little every time we're backing off, our decisions are hurting us. We're losing extra units for no reason every time we back off. It's like if I'm going to lose these units, I might as well lose them trying to kill something. Unfortunately, our drone count's just a little too low. We're fighting against an 83 Pro Protoss. I got you. Just make either the roaches early on, or we choose differently how we engage with the lings. Those are the two biggest things if we want to continue using this kind of strategy. Otherwise, when it comes to this guy in particular who's taking a 3-minute, 10-second third base, we just kill him. Just kill him, straight up. He should never, the game should not go past 5 minutes when someone's being that greedy, right? That ridiculously greedy. But yeah, I hope this helps, Flep. If you have any questions, feel free to at me or Eon as well, our new Zerg coach, or Hino, our other Zerg coach. Oh, we got some great Zerg representation in here now. Make sure we take advantage of those guys in the best way possible by picking their brain, getting their knowledge. If you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.